Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lexi, otherwise known as the Black Girl Mage. I am so excited to bring, this game, No Bump in the Night, to a beautiful group. So we're obviously with the Frontier World Dice, but today we're going to be raising funds for the Save the Children effort, their emergency fund for supporting Ukraine. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on, a lot of fun ways to donate in order to affect the story and change how things go for the players and change how I do things, which is kind of fun. If you want to see any of that info, we've got a few chat commands in order to, do that. I don't know if I should go through those or not right now, but that's okay. For right now, let's go ahead and dive into a little bit of building with the players. So first up, I will just call the players as I see them. No Bump of the Night is it's kind of folk horror-y, but it's very much a game where all of these players are going to be playing toys on the floor of a kid's bedroom where the kid is kind of complaining about, there's a monster behind the door, or something's crawling out of my bed sheets, or something's going on, like I'm seeing things at night, and the only things that believe the child are the toys that have been by their side for longer than just about anything else. So let's go ahead and meet our toys. Let's start up with Seth, if you want to go first.
Sure.
Explain, who you are, what toy you're playing, and maybe the playbook you picked.
Explain who I am, God. So hi, I'm Seth. My pronouns are she and they. I will be playing Motchi, and that is with a T, because if you're old enough to remember Tamagotchi, you know the naming convention where everything was TCHI at the end, so it's not a misspelling. It is Motchi. Motchi is a blue-colored Tamagotchi that has been well loved. This is a Tamagotchi that probably has never missed a meal, always gets cleaned up after, and as a result, she is a little bit of a we said it before in the meet, where she's maybe a little bit of a material girl. She is definitely the cool girl. She's DJs at the parties, always the first one there ready with drinks. She is going to be using what is called the Yarby playbook, which I really like because the subtitle is, and I quote, "Ever wondered why you can't pick a career?" So too real. Thank you, Lexi. I love
You're
that.
welcome.
I am super excited to be bringing my little 8-bit weapon into the physical realm as we defend our child.
Yes.
Amazing. Up next, Jennifer, if you'd like to go.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing a Neopet, specifically Fairy Kachik. My name is Lemon Drop with a 1 instead of an L because Lemon Drop with an L was already taken. I'm just a sweet girl who does her best. That's Kachik in a nutshell.
Amazing. Which Neopet are you again?
Kachik, the one with the ears where you're like, I don't know what this is supposed to be based on, but I'm here for it.
Oh my
It's like vaguely cat-like, but it's less cat-like than in Aisha.
Yeah.
It's more fluffy.
Aisha's very cat-like.
Yeah.
Amazing. And what color are you again?
Yellow.
Yellow. Amazing. Let's move on to last but not least, CJ.
Hey everyone, I'm CJ. I will be playing Rockette, who is a rock. Just a nice, beautiful, curvaceous, gray piece of sediment with a beautiful pink.
That's all I heard when you said quotation.
With a beautiful pink bow. She's gonna be playing the Grizzled Teddy Bear playbook, because rocks never go out of style. This rock has been passed down from the kids' parents generation. This is the generational rock. She's been passed down from the kids' parents to the kids' grandparents, to the kids' grandparents. And she's ready. She's got knowledge under her rock belt, and it will use it to save the kid.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Yeah, this game in general, a lot of fun goes into building the characters because it's very much nostalgic to look back on our favorite toys. But something else that is very interesting about the game, and I'm saying this very biased because I wrote it, but something else that's very interesting about the game is that you get to go through and not only pick out your favorite toys, but build the room of the kid that you're saving. So we've kind of come up with a name. Does anyone want to? This name is kind of not good.
Their full name?
Full name or just like their first name?
Just the first name is fine. It's adorable.
Yeah.
Full name. For,
I mean, what's the first name? They'll get the full name at the end.
On a
It's fine.
first
You
name
don't.
basis. It's fine.
We'll drop the full name at the end. The kid's name is Lainey. Lainey is a very specific kid. The reason that she is so hung up on having stuffed animals, beanie babies, Neopets, Tamagotchis, the pet rock, a lot of, pet themed toys, is because their parents will not let them have any pets. And it's probably one of those things where she has an older brother who had a dog but didn't take care of the dog, and then moved out for college with the dog, and the parents were like, it's not happening again. But Lainey wants to be a vet when she grows up, so it's a little sad, but it's okay. Now Lainey has a jungle themed room filled with leaves and just burgeoning trees that are made out of kind of craft wire and foam and things that are kind of cut together. There are tons of clothes everywhere because that's just the kind of kid that Lainey is. But on top of the mountains of clothes, you will see at any point in time stuffed animals, Furbies, any sorts of. I'm thinking of specifically those toys. They're not My Little Ponies, but they're like felt ponies. I don't know how to describe them, but you'll see like those. I don't know how to describe. My childhood was different apparently. But just the kid with so many different animal toys. They've got like those zoo magazines kind of laying around where you order them, you get a magazine a month and it talks about like a specific animal. Like that's this kind of kid. That is Lainey. She's got a beautiful waterbed, and also on her wall, these beautiful emerald green walls, you see a span of like green leaves and netting, and pinned to those green leaves, like the kind you would just buy on Amazon, kind of weave together. You can see butterfly pins kind of hooked onto the different leaves in the rope so that it looks like they landed perfectly. You see beanie babies kind of strapped to the wall, almost like Lainey's made the perfect catch. And this kind of net leaf kind of beanie baby setup to Lainey is just a collage wall. It's just a place to throw different things, notes, new stuffed animals, cool post-its, all that kind of sketches, all that kind of stuff. But for our toys, this is a kind of distinguished cafe called the Emerald Cascade, where the beanie babies that are kind of like on the wall act as furniture and chairs. And so let's just zoom in on our characters. What would you three be talking about while sitting at this cafe, kind of hanging elevated on the wall?
No, because I'm telling you, he looked at me the wrong way. And all I'm saying is the next time that I see Captain Creature, it's over.
I feel like you just go and like, why is violence your first option all the time? Like, you can have a dialogue first.
Well, I'm just saying, if he looked at you the wrong way, this isn't the first time it's happened.
But like, unless you make your boundaries known, how is anybody else supposed to understand? Like,
wait, okay, yeah. So Rockette, did you make your boundaries known?
I mean, I looked at Captain Creature and I said, "You are never allowed to look at me. Do not look in my direction. Do not even speak my name. If I even catch a whiff of your mind thinking of me, it's on sight." And Captain Creature didn't like that.
Yeah, so Mochi, I think what we've established here is that we've definitely made our boundaries known.
Yeah, no, that changes everything. I'm really proud of you for exercising your boundaries and for standing
Thank
up for yourself,
you.
girl. I just
Means so much.
That's what I love
to me.
about you. You know, I'm so proud because you've had trouble with that in the past.
I think you've really grown. You've made a lot of
Exactly.
progress.
We love a character development queen.
An old beauty can always learn new tricks.
That's what
Yes.
you always say. Yep.
Yes.
And just
yes.
as you say that, kind of what's the word for it? When you're like clipped in, belaying down the side of the wall, you see a kind of army man toy that is covered in camo, but holding like the shoulder piece. I don't even know what it's called. The sash. Yes, it's sash that normally would have like, it's an army toy, it's got bullets or whatever. It's actually got like teacups and stuff, and it's kind of belaying down, and he's like, "Hey, can I help anyone out with the water situation here? Does anyone need a fill up? Tea, water, coffee, gummy bears?"
You know what? Yeah. If you could give me a refill of my matcha, that would be great.
Okay,
If you
I can
could
do that.
just refill my gummy bears and jelly
Love
beans.
water. Ooh.
Water, jelly beans, gummy bears, water, matcha, correct. We also have our weekly special, which is rock candy, if anybody would like to try any.
I feel like that's kind of offensive.
Do you not
Thank
see
you.
who's sitting right here?
How could you say this in front of me?
I just full blush on this fully green like army creature.
Look, I know that I'm sweet, but you can't keep doing
It's okay.
this.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You have
I
made
think-
so
I
much
think
progress.
you
Do
should
not let this
leave.
bring you back.
But also
I
bring
think
the
you
water.
should leave.
But also
Uh,
bring the water. Bring 3.
Okay, I'll bring 3 waters and a matcha and a gummy bear and a jelly bean. I'm so sorry, Rockette. I am so sorry. I will get out of here. And he like just yanks really hard on the rope and just
Get me outta
straight
here.
back up into the air. So he zooms back into the air, returns with your delicacies and your drinks.
Oh,
Um,
is it just like parachuted down to us because they can't like bear to see us?
yes, it is like very much dropped like Hunger Games style, like, and you just gotta grab it out of the air, while also sitting on a Beanie Baby, which is kind of hilarious. But you're able to capture all of your stuff, and yeah, your lunch continues. What are your plans for the day? You all are very much A-listers when it comes to this room, and Lainey, you all sit at the bedside table. That is where you reside. And honestly, not every toy gets to say the same. A lot of them have to kind of sit on the ground, lay on the ground. They're kind of under the bed, in dresser drawers. There are some toys even up on top of the bookcase, who almost never, like, just covered in dust. What would A-lister toys be up to in Lainey's room during the day?
In the cafe.
In the cafe.
Hey, got a
You
full.
can go anywhere.
I imagine that we have like a full day ahead of us every day. You know, spend our mornings, lunches in the cafe.
We have a lot to get done.
Mhm.
Be admired or closer to the night. Right on the schedule.
Amazing.
I think Mochi may have like a DJing gig later,
On the
maybe
side.
like at the cafe. So like
Yeah.
she's just sitting there and literally pre-gaming started at like 9 a.m. or whenever this child left
Yep.
the room, and so she's just like, yes, drinks on me, let's go, let's get it started.
Kachik really enjoys so Lemon Drop really enjoys sitting in the window on the windowsill and just basking in the sunlight while her wings flutter behind her.
Ooh.
Feels like flight.
Basically.
Love that. Are there any NPCs that you are close with? Obviously Captain Creature is a bit of a sore subject, but is there anyone that
talk about them?
We don't talk about Creature. But are there any toys that you like to get along with, or are there any toys you have rivalries with?
You know, I just don't really mess with any of the Barbies.
I imagine we're probably pretty good friends with the Poochies.
Yes.
With the Happy Meal Poochies.
I think I like to think that Rockette's like a community-based person. Like she kind of sucks, but also she is a sturdy foundation, if you will, to the community of toys. And her best friend is Orion, the telescope with a positive outlook.
Yes. Yes.
Ryan's got good vibes. Like every time, always smiling, always making good references, and just a very spiritual individual.
Love that. I think that while you're sitting and you're eating at the cafe, Rockette, you hear kind of a shuffle, and then you get a glare in your little rock googly eye from the top of the bookcase. And that's usually Orion's way of being like, hey, come hang out with me. And Orion's a pretty shy telescope, like pretty shy. So, you know, you don't always like to bring your friends along with you. You can, but he seems to be wanting to hang out. Yeah.
Definitely. I push the table away and I say, all right, y'all, I've got a wonderful hot date with a cool telescope. I'm gonna bounce. Bye. And then she'll
all right, man. You have a good rest of your day.
See you later.
Don't forget the party later.
I'll be there. You know, I'd never miss it.
So Rockette, you start hobbling as a rock.
I like to, in the strangest of fashions, I like to think that Rockette has wheels for attached.
Just little tiny bottle cap wheels that are just on. Yeah. Okay. So you start wheeling and rolling towards the mechanism that the toys have put together to get themselves to the bookcase, higher up on the bookcase. I'm sure that it's some sort of like pulley system that you're able to just kind of wheel on.
Staircase of Beanie Babies.
Yeah, like those it's not Lego, but it's kind of the off-brand Lego that you can make like roller coasters out of.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they've done that, but you kind of roll on and you go all the way to the top. Just as you say, Motchi, you know, don't forget about the party. You see your biggest rival. Her name is her name is Giselda, and she is a Barbie, but she's a little bit off-brand Barbie. She's like way better and more expensive than Barbie actually is, but doesn't have the Barbie logo on her. Because she's a bit more expensive though, she has way better hair that cascades down her back. She's wearing a like very tight-fitting tennis outfit, and she's got a racket, and she's standing there like sitting at the desk next to the net where you were all eating your fine gummy bears and such, and next to her stands her two lackeys, just kind of minions, which is very funny because Giselda has two lackeys that are Furbies that stand very much taller than her. And she yells up to you and says, Motchi, you should come down here. I cannot wait for your party tonight.
Oh my God. It's so nice to see you guys.
It's so nice to see you.
I am just so glad that you were able to anyway, I'm so happy to hear that you are also going to be in attendance tonight.
Oh, in attendance.
Mhm,
No, I'm gonna be
mhm.
playing tonight.
Oh no, girl, not tonight.
Yeah.
Some other day because I'm playing tonight.
No, oh, where are you playing?
Oh, I'm playing here, sweetie.
Oh, that's interesting because I was told actually, Bill Dollar told me that I could actually play here tonight. And I just asked him 5 minutes ago, so it's pretty fresh.
Oh, that's weird. I'm so sorry to hear about your memory issues. I will definitely be sure to give you a little shout out whenever I'm playing my set tonight, girl.
You know what? I think it's just better if you came down here. And you see she kind of like nods. And two of her Furbies waddle around her and like start climbing up the bean face.
No.
Mochi,
Oh, no.
Mochi, lemon drop.
Lemon Drop is
How's it
terrified of the
going?
Furbies.
How's it going? One of their eyes blinks without the other one moving. How are you? We're just coming to get you. Bring you down to Giselda. It's fine.
Whoa. You could have just brought her up here.
Honestly.
They freeze. Wait a second. We're coming down. Just no, bring them up there. Bring them back.
But we're comfortable up here. Like we have a thing. We just
Like
got
we
another,
just started eating lunch.
That sounds reasonable to me. And starts climbing down. You see that they grab Giselda. And she's like, why are you? That doesn't. And she gives up at some point and they start climbing up and they make like a little table and chair out of their Furby bodies. And she sits on it. And she just fully pulls out like a tiny little water bottle and pours all of the water from her little Barbie water bottle into a teacup that like matches your energy. And she's just gonna sip and say, yeah, see, Bill told me that I was playing tonight because he said that your music is a little disruptive. I just he said that he wanted people to play that would bring in, actual crowds. And pretty sure that's me.
I can't speak for his poor judgment, but I will go and have a word with him just to confirm what I already know, which is that K-pop is what really brings in all the crowds, and that I will be playing my set. So I'm happy to clear it up for you. Don't worry. But you just get comfortable down there. You have your little water or whatever you're doing. Oh, I don't even know if the waiters will get down there. I'll get someone for you on my way. Don't worry about
it. No need. It's fine. Yeah, you go talk to Bill. Because you know what? This is just getting a little too crowded for my taste. And you know what? I just need to prepare myself for the crowds later. My progressive jazz, pop rock is actually, and it's kind of got a little bit of like that sea shanty swag in there too. That music is really hitting it with the people these days.
Yeah, and basically if you could just hit all of the genres in one song, then yeah, when you cast a wide net, you do sometimes get
I win music
more, yeah, totally.
And I win and you lose music. That's how that works. Yeah,
I understand that that's what you think is happening.
Yeah. It's so great to get Lemon Drop. Oh my gosh, I forgot you were here.
Oh my gosh. It was so nice of you to come up here. And I'm sorry. I wanted to apologize that like not everyone can have good taste, and I'm really sorry that you don't.
She starts to agree with you. She's like, I can understand that my genre is not understood here. Oh,
but somehow is still going to
understood
bring in the
here.
crowds, right?
No, just you two are not into it. Everyone else is into it, right? Right? And her two Furbies are just kind of like, yes, they're very good, I guess. It's, yeah, I cannot hear very well after you play, but very good. And she just kind of like, she's like, Jeb, you're really not supporting my vibe right now, and I would like a little bit of support. We can go talk about this later. It's fine. Motchi, it was so great. It was so great to see you. Yeah, I'll see you later at the concert. Oh, it'll be so great to have such a great supporter in the crowd.
Yeah, totally. Bye.
Bye. And it's, you say that, it's very much a solid 10 minutes that the Furbies, like Jed and Job both take a second to get unhooked from the net and the leaves on the wall, and position themselves so they can actually carry her down. It's a whole thing, but she's just kind of like glaring at you the whole time. It's just like,
Yeah, I'm
leaving
sitting there and I'm taking the world's like longest sip out of out of this one thing. So I'm just like,
amazing. They descend, and all that is left for you two. So Bill Dollar is a piggy bank, essentially. He's a piggy bank that owns the largest corral in town, and the corral, it's kind of like a golden corral where it's like actually a food place, but even though you eat and drink like water and gummy bears, the only other viable food source for toys is like dollar bills. And so he literally, like, the kid is always, Lainey's always like, where's my money going? And it's really just Bill Dollar serving, you literally eat money. So it's like a buffet for dollar bills. And he's the one that kind of runs all the venues, and understands, like, kind of puts on the shows, but he would probably be the best person to talk to about this because he's the one that she said, would let her play. He is actually in a toy box that is under the dresser, or not under the dresser, under the desk. So you can just kind of make your way there. But are you planning on doing that? Is there anything you wanted to do before?
oh no, I think that as soon as Giselda and the Furbies are out of like eye shot, Motchi like gets up with like urgency and it's like, oh my god, did he give away my slot? Lemon Drop, I'm sorry, I have to go take care of this. What if I'm wrong and what if she was right? Oh my god, I have to go see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Lemon Drop, how are you feeling? What do you want to do?
Really overwhelmed. That was a lot. I mean, sit, eat my comfort food, my gummy bears.
Yes, that sounds amazing. So you kind of sit for a little while, still at the cafe, just eating your comfort food, while your friend descends from the wall towards Bill Dollar. We're going to cut over to Rockette, who is currently just like going up this like hand-built machination that takes her all the way to the top. You get to the top of the bookshelf and you see your friend Orion.
Orion's like right next to the window, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I roll over to the window. And if you've ever seen that meme with Rolf from Ed, Edd and Eddy, where he's like on the window, Rockette's immediately. How are we doing today, Orion?
I'm doing pretty well. I saw you today.
It's just me.
Yeah, I don't, the room is pretty much fine. It's pretty much all the same.
Yeah, I mean, look, you and I, we've been around here. We've been around the room for so long. Telescopes last forever. Rocks last forever. we're like peanut butter and jam. Just we stick together. But it would be better if you also like get some more people to stick with. I tell you all the time that I want you to make more friends. I know it's hard up here. You're very far away.
I have a lot of friends.
Uh-huh.
The atlases are up here, and the dictionary is up here, and Lainey's old lunchbox is up here. Just feel like I don't know. I got a lot of friends. I'm pretty popular.
Yeah, you are. You are. Popularity is something that is I would know. So popularity is something that is very, very, very tricky to navigate. It's one thing. You're a telescope. It's one thing to look at something and for things to look at you and think, man, you're such a star. That happens to me every day. It's another thing to interact with the stars, to be a heavenly body. And I roll back over. And you, Orion, are a heavenly body. And I want more heavenly bodies to populate your system.
Are you asking me to marry you? Are we
Look, that's a very difficult question. And I'd say on my list of suitors, you're high up, but it's just not now. Not now. I'm not asking you to marry me.
Okay. Well, we got some time.
Of course, we've got time. What I am asking you to do is put yourself out there. Do you want me to? I can bring the gang next time I come up here. Like I try.
I don't know. They're pretty intimidating.
Yeah, I agree. Beauty is hard to sit with, and beauty in the soul. You're intimidating yourself. You're just as good as us.
Well, maybe you can bring them up one day, and we can hang out. But I don't. I'm just gonna say yes.
I mean,
we're gonna have fun. We're gonna
Yeah.
have fun, and I'm not gonna get nervous. Telescopes can't sweat, so I should be fine.
Getting nervous is okay. It's fine to be nervous. It's what we do after the nervousness that matters.
That's very true. And as you kind of have this moment, you hear the same machine that brought you up starts. You've heard it for a little while because this thing is fucking slow. But it's all the way to the top.
The whole conversation.
I have no idea how to swing this. Hold up.
I'm afraid.
Here.
I'm gonna swing this. So you as it gets to the top of the bookcase, you're kind of having this sentimental moment. And you begin to see red fur emerging from the top of the bookcase, and then two googly eyes, orange nose, and a red body.
Oh no.
I don't know how to do this without doing a Mickey Mouse voice.
Oh no.
Ricky Rat.
See, that's Mickey. It's still Mickey. You know what, Elmo? Okay, so you see this Elmo toy. This is probably one of the also oldest toys in the room. Am I gonna change Elmo's voice? Absolutely. Walking over to you, with a cigarette in his mouth. Elmo.
Where did that come from?
He's always got it on. He keeps that thing on him. So he walks over and he's like, Rockette, nice to see you.
Emo.
I saw something weird happening earlier.
One moment. Orion. And I turn and I say, like what?
Well, look through real quick. I'll show you. And Elmo walks over way bigger than you. Just like boom, boom,
Love it.
boom, walks over and focuses the telescope and holds it and then points.
I look through.
You look through it. And what you see is this. It's interesting. You see the carpet, and it's kind of just like that. It's nondescript kind of carpet, not shag, not, anything special. But there is a part of the carpet that is like a puddle. And it looks like a puddle with like almost like a whirlpool in the center of it that's making it get bigger, but then it surges and then it contracts, and then it surges and gets bigger and then it contracts. But it seems to be like a small part of the carpet right now.
I say, what, the fire truck?
Yeah. It's very weird, but I don't know. I saw it earlier, but there's a bunch of clothes covering everything because this kid never cleans anymore. Remember?
Dang.
You remember when Lainey's parents used to clean and Lainey used to clean?
God. Once they get older, it gets so much tougher.
It's the worst. But I love Lainey, love the kid, but I don't know what's fucking happening over there.
Yeah. I'll check it out. Yeah. No, let me do some investigating.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm
doing good?
I'm doing great. I'm just chilling.
Hey.
The Elmo doesn't have a care in the world. Elmo doesn't feel sadness or pain. I can't ask for anything more.
Now, when you say doesn't feel sadness with pain, do you mean like actually, or like are you kind of, or is that like the thing you say to avoid talking about the sadness or the pain?
A little bit of both.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't really like, I'm not the kind of toy that they gave the emotional range to feel sadness. They don't put that in Tickle Me Elmo. They don't do that.
I got you. Hey, just remember, we are more than what we were made to be.
Yeah, I used to be a A-lister like you, but I'm glad that you're there, because that's little bits of knowledge like that is why the people need you.
Someone's got to be the foundation. Now, hang out with Orion. I'm afraid he's too lonely. I'm gonna go check this out.
Orion, get over here! And Elmo goes to hug Orion, and Orion turns to you, like little like telescope kind of turns to you, and his eye points at you, and it's just like kind of sad for a second, but he's like in the embrace. He just like turns one of the little knobs that you use to fix him, and it's kind of symbolizing like a thumbs up. But yeah, you leave Elmo and Orion. Do you go down the little machine thing, or what are you doing?
How urgent does this thing look?
It's pretty small. It doesn't really seem urgent.
Okay, yeah.
You've kind of seen puddles in the room when it's been like, oh, you've got like Lainey's got galoshes or like boots and it's snowing outside, and there's, it doesn't really seem like a big deal. But that like pulsing sensation, or that pulsing kind of look that the puddle had to it seemed a little weird. It just doesn't seem urgent.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna take the very slow thing down, and as I'm leaving, I say, Elmo, don't hug for too long. Be careful of people's respect.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Good luck. You two have a good time.
And Elmo turns. Have you ever heard about cigarettes?
I've already gone.
Already gone.
This is a test.
It's so funny because you had this conversation, your head is just like slowly, because the thing is so slow.
I wish it was someone else, but like not a lot of people come up here, so we've got to exposure.
Absolutely.
For dearest Orion.
Absolutely.
Exposure to what?
At what cost? Amazing. So you start descending down this little pulley motorized machine. Motchi, what the fuck did Bill Dollar say? Did he really tell Giselda that she could play tonight?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That is your gig.
It's
And
mine. And
so many. Yeah, go ahead.
K-pop night has been so popular for so long, and I just don't understand where the need for such a drastic shift would be, especially without consulting me first.
So many thoughts are rushing through your head as you make your way towards the toy box. Inside the toy box, you see just this beautiful little like it's very well put together. You flip open the lid and kind of hop inside, like slide down a couple of toys, make your way inside. It's almost like someone took a bunch of toys and pushed them to the side and just set up tables. And you see a bunch of different people sitting around these tables with knives and forks, like plastic knives and forks cutting into dollar bills. Specifically one with like 100, like just a square of $100 bill that someone's cutting into, but money has no value here. Very fun. So, yeah. And you see Bill Dollar, who is just this huge, like I said, piggy bank that has a cowboy hat on him, but you see that the stopper on his stomach is gone, so all the money just falls right back out. Toothpick coming out of his mouth, and he's turned around talking to a couple like, is there anything I can help you with? Okay, yeah, okay. How's that $100? How's that? Yeah. Doing well? Okay, you like all of it? Good. Let me know if anything's going wrong, folks. I will be around and about. And as he turns around, he sees you and his eyes get big and he immediately bolts the other way, like starts walking the other way.
I think Motchi is going to like speed power walk through. Maybe she probably at least knows in passing some of the patrons, so she's just kind of doing that thing you do when you're in a hurry and you're like, hey, are you good? Yeah, cool. Let's see. Just kind of like making her way through, but beelining it to try and follow Bill.
As you're kind of like just kind of doing a little hi, how's it going? Oh my gosh, it's so great to see you. There is a small toy that steps in your way. And you think that it's a toy at first, but then you realize that it is kind of just a very, very small mouse that is just like very furry and cute. But it has on a shirt with the Tamagotchi Motchi, like your face on it. And this little tiny mouse is like, hi, sorry, I'm just so excited for K-pop night tonight. You're gonna be playing, right?
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm so excited too. I'm actually on my way to go and finalize some things for it. So if you'll excuse me, please.
Wow, that's so wait, so what are you gonna play tonight? Because I just want to know, because my little heart can't take it. It's gonna, if I don't know, I just get very nervous and my heart just beats so fast and it just like really makes my body feel like it hurts. I kind of I was just wondering if you could give me your set list.
Oh no. Oh my god, I can't. Yeah, again, I'm just actually on my way to run it by Bill. I will tell you that Stray Kids just dropped a new album, so I'll probably be playing some of that for sure.
And you, as soon as you say that, you hear her go, Stray Kids, like almost combust. And she just like fully passes out with excitement and energy. And her friend, who's also wearing a Motchi shirt, like fans. But you see Bill Dollar escaping to the back door, like through the back door into the kitchen.
I think I'll like grab a waiter on the way and be like, hey, get her some water. I gotta go. I like to think that Motchi like grabs a napkin and like gives like an autograph and like gives it to the friend. Like then beelines it through to try and catch Bill before he's gone forever.
Oh my gosh, yes. So you start running, catching up with Bill. And you see that in the stupor of, or in not even the stupor, but with the rush of trying to get away from you. The second he walked through these double doors, he pushed them open. You see, he kind of fell over a waiter that was carrying food. And he's just like wiping it off himself and just like, oh, this, we have got to get better at. I'm sorry, that was my fault. Immediately just like goes, like at first starts to yell at someone else, but then it's just like, that's my fault. Just, it's fine. Cook another one. Give them comp their dinner. I don't know. I gotta go. But you're like right behind him.
So I think I'll like use that little pocket chain that we talked about. The Tamagotchis have the little beaded one. I'm just gonna like tap him on the shoulder, like, oh my god, hi, Bill. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a second where we can talk?
You know, I'm getting a little busy around here, but
yeah, I'm very busy trying to get all your steps in just now. I understand how that can be. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was finalized for tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, you know, my weekly gig that's been going on for the past ever.
Yeah.
Just wanting to make sure everything's good.
You know, I just really love what you do, Motchi. I love what you do, and I supremely enjoy the crowd that you pull in. It is one of the most popular things we have here.
I sense a but is coming. So,
but Giselda has a different niche of people that are coming to her shows, and she's been playing on Tuesdays, and that's been completely fine, and I'm happy with that. But we felt like it was time to upgrade her to Friday nights.
Okay, I understand. I can understand like the need for a new crowd and vibe. I'm just wondering why I had to hear it from her.
Well, see, I was going to tell you tonight. I also was trying to figure out if I could get you another gig. Possibly. I've been trying to work on accountability, and this is really not helping.
Yeah, because from my perspective, me and Giselda haven't always gotten along, but I was definitely super rude to her because I thought to myself, oh, Bill would never do that to me without telling me first. And now I know I'm responsible for what I said to her at the end of the day, but still, like, I feel like I kind of could have been involved in that decision. Maybe I wouldn't want another gig. Maybe this was the only one I like doing.
I could have definitely told you before. But listen, maybe if you possibly are able to convince Giselda to perform tomorrow night, then this will all be solved, and nothing bad will come from that, right? Like we'll just shrug it all off as a misunderstanding between friends. But when you go and apologize to Giselda the way I'm apologizing to you right now,
are you though?
Yeah, if you I'm bad at this. I'm sorry. I am sorry that I did not tell you that Giselda's dad paid me a lot of money to let her play Saturdays. And there.
I see.
There.
Huh. Okay. Well, I appreciate your vulnerability just now. I know that's not always easy for you. I suppose I will go have a chat with her and see if we can find some common ground. And I will return with whatever it is that we decide.
Yeah, and if anything, if you can get a bigger crowd out there tonight than she has, then maybe it can just be purely out of the chanting for you to be on stage that I can tell her to,
Yeah, again, like we'll see, because you already kind of like made a commitment to her too, and I feel like that would just be
Yeah.
repeating the problem. But I'll go
Yeah,
talk with
definitely.
her and we'll see what we can come up with.
Definitely. This
Cool.
Bill Dollar is definitely trying not to be the person that has to go and talk to Giselda. That is absolutely what's happening. He just, you're whatever you want next couple of meals comped on, like fully free, I promise. Whatever you want, it's on the house.
Yeah,
You
totally.
and your friends.
Yeah. That's not necessary. I will again, I'll go talk to her. I'll come back. We'll see how this all shakes out.
You're gonna talk to her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm
Great.
gonna talk to her. I don't
glad
think
we settled that. Mhm.
Totally.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, and Motchi just kind of like turns on her heel, on her Tamagotchi heel, just like flips.
Yeah.
And goes to exit.
Begins to leave. Okay. Lemon Drop. So you're still with your gummy bear. What would you like to be doing in this time? Are you gonna go do sunbathing?
I imagine I've made my way to a windowsill, and so Lemon Drop is really into spoken word poetry and is monologuing to whoever is around. She's doing that thing that, like in that meme, that's like, when will my husband return from the sea? And she's like, just like eyes like slightly closed, like feeling the plush fleece in the wind.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she just sat in the windowsill, like, sometimes life is just a string of events, and you gotta be with the butterflies. You gotta be the butterfly that you want to see in the world.
So true. You're having this moment in the window. You're basking. Just completely basking in the sunlight. You feel your wings are behind you. You feel the sun touching them, and it kind of feels like a little bit of wind is lifting you, and really it's just the power of the words coming out of your mouth that is lifting you and your spirits higher. And what happens next will surprise you. No. So you are kind of sitting in the window. You start hearing something. It's the sound of rushing water.
Do I know what direction it might be coming from?
So you turn around and you see below the window, at a kind of spot in the corner of the room below the window, this puddle that seems to be surging and pulsing, but then it begins to grow a spout and kind of starts swirling with intense force, just in the corner of the room.
And sometimes life is like a whirlpool in the bottom of your bedroom, and I have to go, but thank you all for coming. And I like hop off the windowsill to like figure out what is happening.
Yeah. And just as you hop down, Rockette, you also reach the ground. And both of you kind of see this large opening of a, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like as if a water spout is like, or actually a whirlpool. That's exactly the word I want to use. The opening of a whirlpool is kind of opening and then closing, and the carpet gets dry again, and then it gets wet, and then like has a lot of water coming out of it, and then it just kind of like dies down again.
I say, hey girl, hey, didn't know you were gonna be here. You're so perceptive.
Oh, hey. Always. So this water situation, are you seeing this?
Yeah, kind of wish I wasn't. Don't really know what's going on. Yeah. Can we
That
like?
can't be good for the carpet, right?
Yeah, I feel like this just like nobody's thinking long term. Like in 10 years,
Right.
that's not gonna look good.
See,
And
that's what you're here for.
oh, thank you. But like, what can we do? And that's not a question Rockette's asking. That's me. Is there like a move that we can use to decipher weirdness?
Yeah. So I don't think that there's outright a move. Actually, there might be. Let's see what we can have you roll. So there are 4 basic moves: ask around, act natural, all hands on deck, which is helping and interfering with something.
Mhm.
And facing your longevity. Facing your longevity is definitely giving up something important to save your friends. So that could be a little weird, but that would be giving. That's kind of like a last ditch move. What you could do, it could. I was gonna say ask around
Ask
would be
around.
a good one.
Yeah, I want to ask. I kind of want to see. I want to ask around for some folks to know, like, hey, how long does anyone know how long this has been happening, or like,
Perfect. Perfect. So go ahead and roll me an ask around. Just roll me for that move. Lemon Drop, you also may try to ask around to see who you come in contact with.
Can I use a point of wonder to ask the internet? What does it mean when whirlpool in carpet?
What does it mean when whirlpool in carpet? Perfect. I'm gonna look that up right now and see what the internet says to that question.
what am I adding to this?
So you're gonna be adding specifically, I think, whatever stat you think goes into this. If you're using your cool, if you're using your smarts to figure this out, that's what it's gonna be.
I'm gonna use smarts because that just feels sensible.
Does feel correct.
6. So I got an 8.
Okay, an 8. Perfect. So, Lemon Drop, go ahead and roll. Since you're asking, or it's kind of asking around, go ahead and roll for, you can roll with smarts if you would like to.
Is that just a D12 plus my smarts?
Yes.
Okay. 12.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. So you, Lemon Drop, first up, you kind of get this return from the internet that Whirlpool also is synonymous with a washing machine brand. And so you're kind of getting information about what happens if a Whirlpool washer overflows, like what do you do if something breaks. But then you kind of get this little piece of information of a Whirlpool that is you kind of see that whirlpools, and in general, like going to the Google Images section, whirlpools do not just happen in the middle of carpets. So you get this very unhelpful half, which is like, if your washing machine breaks, please do, that kind of thing. But then you get this one piece of information, which is like, this is not natural. This is very much magical and should not be happening here. And as toys who are alive, the magical is not unknown to you. Like, magical things happen all the time. So you definitely know that the source is not organic. Whereas Rockette, you asking around, you said, what did you say? You got a 7?
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay, so something that we're going to go ahead and dip into. So with dice rolling comes this mechanic called Wonder with No Bump in the Night. Wonder is basically a group pool of points you can use you could spend the Wonder to do moves. So in total, the whole group has 10. You start off with 10. But depending on how much you succeed or fail, if it's an extreme success, then you get 2 Wonder. If you extremely fail, which is 6 or below, then you gain 2 Wonder as well. But anywhere between 7 and 9 gets you 1 Wonder, and you get to ask a question. So you succeeded, technically, with an 8. And you find this little monkey action figure that had not action figure, a little wooden monkey toy with a symbol that's like crashing them on a beat. And kind of all he says is just, yeah, this has been happening for well, it's been about 2 days now.
2 days.
Yeah, it started very, very small, and then over time, and he's just like, then over time, it got bigger and it's getting bigger, but it goes away. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal to tell anyone.
But it's kind of weird. It feels like probably should have told someone, but it's too late. And ineptitude is something that happens to all of us except me. So it's fine. Thank you. We're gonna figure out how to take care of this, I guess.
Okay, sounds good. And something I'm going to tell you that happens right now. Also, if someone wants to keep track of overall wonder, so you have 10 wonder total, correct? Plus 1, technically plus 2 for Lemon Drop's extreme success, and then plus 1 for Rockette's mixed success. Because of a donation, you now have 2 extra wonder.
Yeah.
And Lemon Drop, you have advantage on your next roll. But something that happens as you say, we're going to figure this out. The whirlpool surges and this vortex gets large. It covers the floor of it covers the floor of the room in about an inch of water up to, well, Rockette, that's like almost covering you entirely.
Oh.
Lemon Drop, it's pretty much half your body. But at the mouth of this vortex, you see a blue clawed hand reach out and just onto the ground, and another hand reach out of the mouth of the vortex and outside, and you see these hands have clawed into the carpet and start pulling a creature out of it.
No.
You've never seen before. What do you do?
So, from my findings on the internet, based on what's happening
Up
right
to an
now,
inch in water.
this probably isn't a washing machine problem.
Still could be. I don't know. No. Okay.
God. Yeah.
I'm a hit it, I guess. I don't know what's going on. It's like this. That doesn't seem like something that's polite.
Absolutely. So you watch as this thing. It's got these 2 hands, but they're also very insect-like. And it's just blue and chitinous, and they just like pull their head out, and you see these 2 beady eyes. And it's just like looks very similar to a praying mantis. It starts to pull itself out of the vortex mouth. And you immediately start to hit this thing. Go ahead. Describe what your weapon looks like.
So I like to think
Roll
under the wheels, where nobody can see, because you always got to keep it concealed. Yes. I pull out my Thor-like hammer, and I'm gonna crack its little bug fingers. Like, nope, fall back into the pool.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll your, I think it's a D6 plus your to hit.
Yeah. Cool. Oh wow, I got a 6 plus 3. So 9.
So this thing starts to pull itself out, and you immediately just like whap, and it like and lets out a and falls
back
down
to Ocean City, you beast.
Falls down into the vortex, the mouth of the vortex, and it just completely stops. The vortex stops spinning. There's still about an inch of water on the ground, even though the portal is gone.
Lemon Drop, what do we do about this? Lemon Drop, what do we do about this
I
water?
pick Rockette up out of the water.
Thank you.
And I'm just like, hey, So I know this is probably dire. Like there's water, and this is probably dire.
No,
But have
yeah.
you seen Mochi?
I look around. Where is Motchi?
Where is Motchi?
I think that she would have been on the ground, trying to because she didn't really to where she knew she was last. Was didn't find her there. Was like, so she's probably asking around, toys on the floor, to be like, "Hey, did you see her and her big Furbies, creepy things? Which way did they go?" Just kind of gathering info.
Oh yeah. And the last toys you're talking to are these little tiny wind up frogs that hop over each other. And as you're talking to them, you're like, nope, haven't seen them like that. Haven't seen Giselda, essentially, is what but you know where she lives, which is this huge Barbie mansion with those fiber optic things on top so that you know what I'm talking about. Completely overrated, but she lives in the Barbie mansion, and
Gotcha.
yeah, she just hasn't been seen outside of there in a little while.
Gotcha. I think that with the sound that this creature has made,
yes, the water rushes forward and the frogs get washed away because they're so tiny.
Okay, I was gonna say given the size of this, I wonder if I would have been like, oh, where's this water coming from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that she would have probably gone to investigate that first if she knew she's up in her house.
Oh yeah. And I think something that we can just go ahead and rule, you, first of all, Lainey is not a very pristine child. She is a very messy child, and therefore they would have gotten you a waterproof casing for you, so you don't have to worry about the water, and you can just be disgusted by it and not have to worry about it killing you.
Cool.
So
yes.
so you just kind of where the fuck is water coming from? And you continue.
Good impression.
Your friend. Yeah, no worries. I will just bow and leave everyone. That's my night. But you kind of across the room is really a long ways, but you see where this whirlpool started and is now has resolved itself, and your two friends standing in front of it.
Hey guys, why is the whole room flooded?
There is a blue what would you say that was, Rockette?
I'd say it's a creature straight out of Ocean City, New Jersey.
Okay, so a monstrosity of some kind? Is that what we're dealing with? What? I don't understand. Did you see something? Did you see this monstrosity?
Yeah, so it came out of the pool that was there, like a scary monster in the night, and I hit it with my hammer and it went back.
Oh.
Yeah.
I imagine when Mochi joins up with us, I've also scooped her up because I imagine the water is above her head.
Yes.
So I'm just holding them both as we're having
I like to think that you could probably hear the beeps. Yeah, underwater,
so
and maybe
close
you just
to each other.
Yeah, you kind of lift her up, and the beeps are just slightly clearer
Love
to
that.
hear. Okay, so this is new, right? I mean, I know I'm not always super present, but this is a new thing.
I mean, I like to think that you're as present as you can be on any given day.
I try, it's just not easy to be there all the time 100%.
No, and
I like to think that you are a present.
Lemon drop.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're so
my
sweet.
gosh.
You're so
Lemon drop, take a wonder for that.
Yes.
But yeah, no, that's not normal.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm very sorry that you had to have your Thor moment.
I mean, I know I'm strong, but I don't think I need to always have to be. And that monster's really cutting into my energy today.
Yeah, I can only imagine. But does anyone else know about this?
that monkey, and I point to that monkey that's probably also underwater, but like
Yeah, you hear like a clang, clang, clang above the water, but his body is completely like horizontal as he's like underneath.
actually I'd say it's 50-50 whether he knows. But yeah, no, nobody really knows.
Weird.
Oh wait, Elmo, and I like point up to the thing as Elmo told me to come down here, but I don't think Elmo knows that there's a literal monster.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he always seems to know like what's what. Maybe we go and like say, hey, have you seen a monstrosity from Ocean City recently?
Yeah, I mean we can ask, and like this is also a really good opportunity for us to connect with Orion, who I am trying to get to have more friends.
Totally. Yeah, let's go.
Wonderful,
I mean, you've
wonderful.
told us really good things about Orion.
Yeah, no, I just think Orion's really nice and like has a lot of good like spirituality on about him.
I'm down. Let's go figure out what you guys saw.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. You get onto the machine. You get onto the machine, and actually the base root of the machine is where the motor normally would be. But there is about 1 inch of water on the ground that has soaked into it. So it's completely just like zip, 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 stuck on a certain level. And Orion is he's still up at the top, but what you hear is Elmo going, hey, can anyone help me, please? Up at the top.
Where why is he stuck up there? Like
I can't get down.
yeah.
I mean, there's you can slide there. I mean, it's still functional. It's just not a motor anymore.
It's like a up
like a
and
stopped
down
escalator.
situation.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
one
an
of
up and
the-
down.
oh, okay.
No, not an
Got
escalator.
you.
It's like
I got you.
like
it's literally like the two pulley things.
yes, like
Yeah.
the two pulley things.
Got you. My bad.
What you do know is that there are definitely catapults in this room. From where during a it's not home ec, the other class where you get to make cool stuff.
Shop.
Shop
Class.
Heck
I guess it's not a catapult, it's that thing.
A trebuchet.
Trebuchet. Gosh,
Yeah,
high school.
I made one of those in high school.
My brother got to make one, and I was like, why can't I do that? I just used his. It was fine. But there is a trebuchet in the closet that, if loaded and used correctly, could sling you up to the top. Now, getting back down, you're not really sure about. But you also see other toys prepping to figure out like how they're gonna get things up and down, you know. So
like,
they could have that figured out.
Is there like an arbiter of the trebuchet? Like someone that watches over it? Or is it just in the closet?
Yes, it's in the closet. And you know that it's guarded by a toy named Old Rhodey.
Oh, thank God. I was worried it was going to be Captain Creature.
I have a counter question.
Yes.
Can we just fly? Can we just fly up there?
How?
With our flying Kashyyyk, with our fairy Kashyyyk friend?
That's true.
Can we just yeet up there instead of like slingshotting a rock potentially?
It could be near a window.
Slams into Elmo.
Like
it would be you all. It would be you all in the trebuchet. Old Rhodey would have to.
Like, okay, so what I'm thinking is like Tamagotchis don't have otter boxes, so I'm a little concerned.
Rock a Tamagotchi.
I'm just imagining, because we're all different weights, we'd all be flying at different like speeds.
Maybe the plushie just like, oh
yeah. Okay.
So I was just wondering if Lemon Drop would be able to carry us up, or does she have like a weight limit? Or
now I will say she probably has a weight limit, but There's no issue with going one at a time with each of you.
Oh yeah.
There's no issue with that.
Lemon Drop's have to work on her fitness.
Those are my goals for this year. I've been doing my I'm really into it.
Oh, I love this so much.
I love it. I'm okay. I'm okay with flying, but I'm also Seth is not opposed to having Motchi absolutely slingshot it across the room if need be.
Yeah.
I'm just
Mochi is, but Seth
imagining
is not.
Lemon Drop's fitness routine, like regime, is her like lifting Rockette.
Rockette just
Oh my
reading,
God.
like, yep,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful. This is literally the best game ever. So did we decide if we're doing the trebuchet or the
I think
Lemon
it's
Drop?
funnier to do the. I think the trebuchet is funnier, but I think
It
the
is.
more like efficient thing would be
It's the more
being
efficient.
carried up.
Yes.
I mean, it's a one shot, so like I'll vote for chaos.
You know,
vote for
one of
chaos.
us can go in the trebuchet, and the other one can get flown up. We can meet there.
What's the so either a rock or a Tamagotchi is being slung across the room, which is a. I like to think I'm gonna go with me. I'll be the rock and be
Okay.
slung.
Counterpoint though.
Okay.
I have that little chain, so I'll just hold on to you. We'll go together. I'll
We'll
support
go
you.
together. Let's all just
I'll
trebuchet
support
it
you.
up.
Let's go.
Let's trebuchet and trebuslay.
The
This
name of the
is-
one shot.
Yes.
The name of the one.
Yes.
I have to
Honestly,
change
though.
my Twitter handle. Hold on.
Trebuslay. I forgot whoever's the person at the trebuchet is. We're coming. I forgot his name.
Gosh. I don't old roadie.
Old
Oh,
Roadie.
yeah.
Just let him.
Old
Let them
roadie.
know.
Look, Roadie, I'm
Amazing.
old. You're
Yeah,
old.
let them know that we on our way.
Yes, amazing. So you all start making your way towards old roadie, which is fairly interesting. So the closet is a very like you don't really go there a lot. The closet is a very specifically unexplored space, and it's not because it's actually scary or anything, or it's not even that there's things in here that are yet to be discovered. It is just a closet. It's kind of old and stuffy. If you're a toy, Lainey, who loves toys, is just going to keep you either on the floor, under the bed, in the bed, next to the bedstand, any other location in the closet. So it's kind of just undiscovered because it's dusty as heck, that idea. So you all make your way towards the closet. You get to this little dark, shady area of the closet where you just see the arms and legs of a toy who's kind of kicked coolly against the wall. And you know this to be old roadie.
How old does old Roadie look? Is it like is he actually old or is it just his name?
He's got a buff arms, buff legs. You can't see his face because he's turned away. CJ.
The Debbie Ryan smile.
Is there water still on this floor? Am I being held?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Amazing.
Roadie, baby.
And Rhodey turns over to look at you, and you just see this very fine-faced, chiseled chin, but like kind of a butt chin, superhero jaw, eye patch over one eye, ripped jean vest, and command pants, kind of like the huge like military pants that are big pockets everywhere, military boots, but his arms that are crossed, he's really only got one arm crossed, the other arm is just kind of gone, and the arm that's crossed is a huge hammer that has accidentally been melted to his arm. And he turns over and he swings it, and he's like, "Is that you, Rockette?"
You already know it. Hi, how are you? Blah, blah.
Doing pretty well. It's I was waiting for you to meet me at the Emerald Cascade the other day. You didn't show up.
Look, I'm going to be real. I got a good case of sediment poisoning. I just wasn't feeling too good. No.
You know, it's okay. It happens to all of us. I particularly, my hammer got pretty sick last week as well, so I understand. It's just very specific cases.
Yeah, we gotta take care of ourselves. I'm so sorry.
Self-care,
Didn't mean to make you think I set you up. We'll reschedule.
You know what? If I would have used self-care, this would have never happened. And he holds up his hammer. I was trying to hot glue it to my hand because I thought, it would be a faster way rather than having to reach behind and grab it.
Oh.
But I don't know how to use hot glue guns. And you know what? If I would have breathed and considered that, it would have been great. It would have been great. Maybe I'd be a little different, but I'm happy with who I am. This is me. And you know what? If I weren't me, we wouldn't be meeting at the Emerald Cascade in the first place, I think.
Exactly.
What can I do for you?
We need the trebuchet. We need to get up there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let me. Can I help you all up to the trebuchet?
Yeah.
Motchi, Lemon
Yeah,
Drop.
yes,
It's great to
please.
see you. Great to
Oh
see
my
you.
god, hi.
How's it going? Doing
You
well?
know, we
Your hammer. It's there.
Yep. He slams the one and goes, "Whoa, yeah, it's there." God, I feel alive. Let me help you up. Mochi, can't wait for your set tonight. It's gonna be great. I can't make the concert.
Stay tuned.
What?
It's just some misunderstandings that need to get cleared up, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It's fine. Just come tonight regardless. It's fine.
Well, I can't come because I have to stand here next to the trebuchet and make
Right,
sure nobody
totally,
uses the trebuchet
totally.
for bad things. So I kind of just chill here and listen. But
yeah,
God, I loved it.
You'll
love
be there
your set.
presently. Yeah, I got
exactly,
it.
Exactly.
I got you.
Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna use my giant hammer to just vault you up into the air so you land on the little platform that the trebuchet, and then you'll climb into it all together. And I will work and actually get the thing to launch you over there.
Okay, totally. That sounds like a plan. Do we all, Rockette, do you mind if we all kind of hold on to you so that we can be going at the same velocity?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, just
okay, cool.
Grab on.
Great, thank you. And she'll kind of wrap her little chain around
Lemon Drop just wraps around both of them.
It's so funny because I did not think about this. You're fully a rock. You're fully a rock and a trebuchet.
It's gonna go so fast. I need fan art of this.
Yes, this is the best.
This exact
best.
Moment.
God, I love this. So, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and just use, old Rhodey uses his hammer, you hop on it and he just punches you up into the air, and you're able to kind of land on this little platform, each of you. So you're all going to try to cling to Rockette is the plan. Okay, what move are we gonna do? I think we should do an all hands on deck move.
Yes.
I think this is an all hands on deck move. I'm gonna have Motchi and Lemon Drop both make rolls, and depending on the result of your rolls, Rockette, you absolutely will then you'll do one ultimate how well does this work out roll, And actually, what we'll do, we'll just do Motchi and Lemon Drop roll and then see how they affect this. Because Rockette, you're a rock. Like this is gonna work for you no matter what.
Right.
It's just how they end out.
Old foundational.
I have a quick question, mechanic wise.
Yeah.
That move is one wonder from the pool, right?
So all hands on deck is not one wonder.
Oh,
All hands on deck is just a basic move, doesn't cost any
Dope.
wonder. You can
Got
use
it.
any of the rest of your moves on your playbook to add to what happens here. So you could make, if you're using the Yarby playbook, you could make your dog appear and help fly you while you're, being launched, any of that stuff. But
it's fine. Nah, it's fine.
amazing. Okay. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do, Motchi and Lemon Drop, go ahead and we're gonna have you roll. It is going to be a D12.
First roll with the new dice, don't fail me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I got
one.
a 12.
It evened out.
It's fine. Right?
Lord.
That's fine.
Wow. Okay. So in a moment of pure chaos, Motchi and Lemon Drop, you kind of tether yourselves to Rockette. Rockette, good old faithful.
Good old faithful.
You hear old Rhodey go, "Are you ready to ride this trebuchet?"
Aye, Captain.
Perfect. I'm just gonna do some things down here, and then you'll launch. I'll count down. All right. Yeah, that's good. All right. Cool. Okay. And Motchi, something in your mind about his tone makes it sound like he has not used this in a very long time, and it takes him a long time to figure it before he starts counting down. This makes you extremely nervous before you launch. So you are holding on, but you start feeling like Tamagotchi sweat. You start sweating a little bit, and it's just like one digital bead of sweat, but it drips down. And Lemon Drop, you're full faith. Like, yep, it's gonna happen. We're gonna fly. It's gonna be great, and I will feel the wind in my wings once again, and it's gonna be a beautiful time.
Pure bliss.
Exactly. Chase your bliss. And you hear old Rhodey start counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
I like to think
7 and a
that
half.
I'm talking to Lemon Drop, and I'm just like, yeah, but I'm whispering. I'm like, yeah, like he's pretty, but like he's so simple. I need a little
There's
more.
like not a lot of substance there. I get
6.
Yeah, like that hammer. It's like I have
Oh
a
my
hammer
God,
too.
I am freaking out right
It's
now.
like his whole
5.5.
personality.
I don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think
It's
he's
like,
ever
oh,
touched this
really?
machine
Is that-
before.
I think
Oh.
that
I don't know what to do about
that
it.
you should
I'm
really
freaking out.
hang out with someone. Like you really
4.
should see him at the cafe.
I'm freaking out. I am freaking
3.
out.
Sorry, what were
I
you
am
saying,
freaking out
Motchi?
right now. I am freaking out right now. I don't think he knows what
2.
he's doing. Like he keeps skipping numbers and then like going to decimals because he can't find the correct
2.7,
buttons. Look, he doesn't know what
835.
he's doing. He doesn't know where he's pushing. He doesn't know what he's doing. You guys,
2.1.
I'm freaking out.
1. And before he even gets to 0, you hear something click and something.
It's like, hey, do you know what you're doing?
As soon as you ask that, just
Even know what you're doing.
flips and whoosh, launches you into the air, and you begin to soar across the room headed towards the bookcase. And that's where we're gonna take our break. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Motchi screams.
Motchi screams.
Amazing.
This is like a moral, like a not a moral, like a take a like a tableau, take a picture of Lemon Drop excited to be flying, Rockette just like good old faithful, and
Good
Mochi
old faithful.
screaming.
It's that meme where it's like, hey, yeah, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got in.
Hands into
Amazing.
Mochi.
Bless this mess. Amazing. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. Continue to keep watching. We're gonna, I don't know how long our break will be. Let's try to, how long is comfortable for you all? How long would you all like to do? Want to do like 5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. We will be back in 5 minutes. Dope. Feel free to donate while we're gone, so we come back to some
Yes.
amazing goodness that, you know, changes the outcome of the adventure. But yeah, we will see you very soon. Bye. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again as we continue our adventure with these amazing toys. As they just kind of dealt with a huge monster that peeked through a whirlpool and threatened their livelihoods a little bit. But you know what's more important than that? Mochi's concert that is happening tonight. It's just like way more important. We're kind of zooming in on the players. They've just launched themselves out of a trebuchet attached to Rockette. Mochi, you're in midair screaming. You rolled a 1, and Lemon Drop rolled a 12, which is like literal perfection. How does your 1 affect you?
I think it affects her on an emotional level. So I think that maybe for her this landing is not gonna go great, right? Because we kind of established that like you gotta get thrown.
Yes.
And the idea was, okay, let's make sure that we all cling to Rockette so we could go at roughly the same velocity. I think we've done that successfully. I think that maybe the landing is where it's gonna kind of get real for her. Maybe she is real eager to get back on solid ground and let's go just a little bit too quickly, and maybe she hits some of that stored inertia, and maybe she does bounce off the wall a little bit and, you know, incur just a little bit of physical hardship.
Okay, yeah. So you are flung into the air with a snap from this trebuchet. You get up in the air. It is a long throw across the room, and when you finally land on the bookcase, you kind of all 3 of you slam into the wall. And Mochi, you're just a little worse for wear right now. Which actually might seem a little bit more approachable to Orion if Orion's pretty intimidated, but it's fine. It's fine. You're a little worse for wear. Lemon Drop, you're perfectly fine. That was a great flight, honestly. How would you rate that flight?
12 out of 10.
12 out of 10 on Yelp. It was amazing. And then Rockette, how are you feeling?
And like honestly, it was almost as if I was walking. Rolling, if you will. It was so smooth.
Until the point where you slam into the wall.
Moving in the air.
They're like shaking a little bit. Like
I imagine that Rockette's like in the trebuchet, like talking Lemon Drop, like, I want more, like in my like perspective partners, and then spling, and then like as soon as we get to the thing, it's like rolls right onto it. Like whenever you're on a like when you're in the airport and you get on one of those like fast walking things. And you just get off of it, and it's like a little fast when you get off of it, but like you're still walking nonetheless.
Amazing. You this image of you as a rock like hitting the wall and then falling onto the bookcase, leaving a full dent in the wall, and you being like, it's fine.
They're good. It's like
it's not that bad.
And I imagine, tell me if I'm intruding, but I imagine that you just pick up the conversation right where you
Literally.
Exactly.
Clang. And I just feel like
Yeah, I
you
just,
can't
like-
offer.
Right. Oh my
But it's like,
god.
but we've got more important things other than my love life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, jeez. Oh my gosh. So, you all see Elmo is hunched over the side of the, not hunched, but kind of standing over the side of the bookcase, and it's just like, help me, help, help, help. And Orion's like,
Forgot that almost sounds like
I still can't do it. It's still Mickey. I can't help it. Someone needs to donate and let me do Mickey so I can just be back to normal. So you see that Elmo's yelling down for help, but Orion's just like, I think we got our help. Elmo? And he's just like does not stop yelling. So you've got the background of Elmo yelling like behind you.
wow, we're like,
Orion is
yeah,
there.
so like
Yeah.
I just don't think he's right for you. If
Oh my
that's
God,
how you really
thank
feel.
you.
Like,
yeah, no,
you know,
finally someone listens. And all we hear is help, and I'm like, oh, it's got. It's like, let's go meet Orion. It's like,
Oh my gosh. You go over, walk to meet Orion. Orion's nervous, but he walks over. He's like shaking, like the glass and the little pieces, parts in his little plastic body are like shaking. And he hops over to you all. He's like, "Hi. I'm Orion."
I'm Motchi.
Do you cough like that?
Yes, that was in character.
Okay. Mochi, it's nice to see you.
It's nice to meet you. She's like
Can I-
crying a little bit, maybe.
Yes. Do you want a hug? Do you need something right now? Of course.
is the
Do you-
Tamagotchi pet like sad?
Yeah. It's just turned into like it's just sad emotes.
it's like, oh my God,
Yes.
Mochi, are you okay?
I just had a really tough time on that flight.
You know, I get really
No.
nervous on flights too. I think flying is actually unnatural.
It's thank you. It's
Oh.
so scary.
It's scary.
I
and
like-
it shouldn't be done.
Tuck my wings back. I was like, yeah, totally.
Losing my mind.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's unnatural, you know? But you know, I think that you're brave for doing it anyway.
Thank you so much. We're we're here because Rockette wanted to introduce us to you. We've heard nothing but great things.
I'm the worst GM.
Fuck Elmo.
She wanted to introduce you to me.
Yeah, you know, she's mentioned a couple times that she really wants you to like flourish and to make new friends. And she talks about you all the time. Also, I feel like we were supposed to talk to somebody else, but I honestly can't remember right now, guys. That flight really did a number on me.
No, yeah, this
That's
takes
okay. I
precedent.
think we were
Okay, cool.
just here for Orion.
Okay, cool.
Well, Rockette talks about you all the time too. And how fun you both are. And Lemon Drop, I've heard that you're very, very down to earth. And that you know, see you sometimes when you're doing your meditation and your spoken word, and I really think that I mean I have a poem for you if you would like to hear it.
I would be honored.
A scrub is a guy who thinks he's fly and is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants while he sits on his, and I can't say the rest of the part because Lainey cannot hear those words. But I saw that one. I heard that once through Lainey's earphones, and I thought it was remarkable.
You know, it really, I've never heard it told that way. You really are a star.
Just
That's
the
cool.
background, Elmo's like, "Help me, help, help, please, get me out of here now."
Oh, let me out. Let me out.
Pleading. Okay, listen, I can only do a New York accent. I can't only do a New York accent, but I always come back to New York. It happens. So, what, Orion kind of looks at all you and says, "Can I help you?" Outside it, is that all you just come in here to hang out?
Well,
Oh, there's water on the floor.
yeah.
Oh my god, right. You guys saw a monster.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez.
Wha-
Now we don't.
oh.
What do we do about that? Is it gone? I like look over the edge, past Elmo. Like
You like move Elmo out of the way. Look.
You move Elmo out of the way. It is not there. It's gone.
oh,
Is the
but-
whirlpool gone too?
Whirlpool's gone. Water is like the rug still seems wet, but the water is gone.
oh.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we kind of got to do something about this water. Also, like, how far is Elmo down on this thing? I feel
Elmo's
like
it's a huge bookcase, and he's just like standing off the edge, yelling at people to help him.
Elmo, shut up.
What?
Yeah, that was really, really rude of you to interrupt Orion's poem.
What poem?
Well, you would have heard it if you weren't yelling help. What do you need help with?
I don't like being stuck in places like this.
You're stuck?
We're all stuck.
Well, get unstuck.
What do you mean? We got up here just fine.
Have you thought about getting down?
I could just jump.
My friend flies, so like not really.
Okay, huh? Lemon Drop, will you fly me down?
How big is Elmo compared to me?
That's a Tickle Me, so it's a Tickle Me Elmo. It's a little smaller.
Okay. I mean, like, I could do that.
Is that a yes? I'm just confused. Where is yes?
I'm contemplating.
Okay, I'm gonna sit over here in the corner then. And he just like puts his back against the wall, slides down, and like starts puffing on the cigarette. And Orion.
Is
Oh, yeah,
it
go
a
ahead.
candy cigarette?
It's a candy cigarette, yes, in fact. He's treating it very much like a real cigarette. So Orion kind of looks at all of you and just says, you could go ask Siri. You could go ask Siri what she, thinks of what happened earlier. She's like the all-knowing.
Yeah. I mean, Siri's like a know-it-all, and I like don't love that, but sometimes that comes in handy.
Yeah, it really, Siri's pretty knowledgeable. It's better than like looking through the dictionaries and having to, just read through each one,
Ugh.
which is something I do daily, but you don't need to do that. I mean,
Oh,
I don't,
God.
reading is good for you.
Okay.
Just okay.
I was like, is there more?
She kind of pats him with her little chain. It's like,
Oh my god, ask Jeeves.
Like I laid over and it's like, look, Motchi, everyone can't be perfect. We all have our flaws. Some of us
I
take
know, you're
readings.
right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm still
No, it's
shaking up
okay.
from
Some
that
of
flight.
us, no, you take your time. You don't need to be authentic.
I think I'm gonna go sit with Elmo for a second.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe
Okay,
take a
I'll
hit.
be right
Maybe take a
back.
puff. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And I say, Ryan, hey, do you know where's Siri again?
She's like a couple shelves down. She's like on the middle shelf.
Well, like she might be able to hear us from here. You know, like why exert more energy and effort than you need to, you know, when you can just yell at the shelves.
You're on the shelves.
Great, and we can just yell at them.
Okay, maybe she'll hear you. And just like you all are kind of like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. Oh, of course, Cooper.
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 Siri, that you?
Siri. So you resolve what you're gonna do. Elmo's yelling was not, you know, it was for naught. So you hear the sound deep like down on the ground. You hear Megazord, let's go, and like a bunch of people, like 5 specific voices yelling together, like Tyrannosaurus, like all this kind of stuff, just like yelling, annoying voices that you're used to, as a mechanical Zord rises into the air and lifts to the top of the bookcase, guided by a Power Ranger that stands on the top of it. It's like there's this Zord that is the combination of 5 other Power Rangers, and then the Green Ranger who's standing on top of it as he rises into the air. His hands are on his hips. He goes, "How can I help you? You were yelling for help?"
Elmo.
Oh my God, look, Elmo, see? We do listen.
Yeah, well, God, these kids, all these kids. And you do know he's referring to the Power Rangers as being like the newest addition to this room. They're like the youngest toys, and they're very like bold and confident that they're gonna stick around forever. And you all know better than that. But they're like, "We are happy to help you. What is your name again?" And Elmo's like, "Just take me down." And he's gonna, you just watch this Elmo toy, this Tickle Me Elmo sloth is way
so
on.
humiliating.
Yes. Absolutely the most
dangling out of his mouth.
yes. Absolutely dangling out of his mouth. It is an utterly shameful vision. As they lower and you hear their
So
jets like
slow.
starting to kick in as he's just a little bit heavier, but they lower, and the Green Ranger looks at all of you and says, "Have a great night. If you need anything, just yell for help."
I'm not doing that.
Disappears.
Like,
So they're kind of obnoxious, right?
Yeah, I hope Elmo's pride recovers. He doesn't deserve that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how are we getting this Siri? It's God.
Let's just move on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is the motor still broken? Like the water's receded? Is it like, was there damage to the motor? Like, what's that situation? She kind of like will poke at the contraption to see if it'll move.
It does not move. It is still frozen in its place.
Unfortunate. I guess so. So we have to go lower.
Yes.
Is there like a drawer open to where we need to go, or
on the bookcase? So here's what you could do. There are many ways that you could take on this challenge. There are some books that are kind of jutting out of the bookcase that you could like kind of jump down on. You could lower yourselves like shelf by shelf. you could hold on to each other and pull each other down, like kind of let one person climb down the other person's arm and just almost like barrel of monkeys kind of down. Or you do have a Neopet friend that flies that could take each of you down a couple of, we just forget about that every once in a while. But you have a Neopet friend that flies that could each take you down a couple of levels to the bookshelf where Siri is. What would you like to do? Beautiful cat.
So I
Let me
think
drop.
if we all, like, as my wings are fluttering behind me, I'm like, so I think if we all just collectively jump and then swing onto the shelf, I think this could work.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear you. But also like you fly, and I feel like not utilizing that kind of like resulted in some injury to me just now.
I hear what you're saying. I should live to my fullest potential.
You just love flying so much, and you're good at it.
You are so right. I am good at it.
So like,
You are.
would you mind giving us a lift, as it were? Is that okay for me to ask?
Of course.
If it really
I mean,
means...
you're not Elmo. You can just always get a flight from me. It's fine.
Oh my
Elmo
God,
was
thank
just
you.
really rude.
Kind of was, but it's a different generation, so she'll kind of like wrap her little chain around maybe like your ankle, like a cute little anklet.
I like tie my ribbon around you at secure, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready.
Orion just says, "Are you leaving already?"
We'll be back. We have to take care of the water.
Okay. See you later. It was great to meet you, Lemon Drop and Motchi.
It was so great meeting you.
A wonder to meet you.
Same.
Take
one wonder for that. You
I
need
knew
to use
it.
your moves. You need to use your moves because I just want to give out wonder like whatever. I think you're at 17 now or 18.
Correct. We have 17 wonder.
Sexy and fun. So you lower yourself down.
Oh, I'm just gonna like take a step off and hope for the best.
You just dive. Okay, yeah. So you just drop, free fall for a moment. But then you stop at the level of the bookshelf where Siri normally lives. Siri, as you know, is Lane's old cell phone. That is just kind of sitting around, and she still uses it for like music and stuff, but it doesn't get her text or anything anymore. They kind of moved on to a different phone. It's just kind of something that holds all of their old like goth and punk rock music on it.
Do they have a sidekick?
Yes. So like normally Siri is fully charged and like willing to answer any questions. But you see that this shelf is full of a lot of things that are from Lane's like hobbies and interests and past, but also present hobbies that kind of culminate to create a beautiful vision in this shelf. And as you're kind of like hovering in air to kind of see Siri has a battery dead logo on her face. But across the way you do see a box, like a bag of something. It's a fairly thick bag made of like cloth and velvet, and it just has a small, tiny little post-it note on it written by one of you, like a toy, not by Lainey herself. But you see a post-it note that just says, "Ask me anything."
it looks like a series out of Office.
So like if a bag says to ask it questions, that's normal, right?
I mean, like, as far as toys go, I guess.
I just because I haven't seen it before, I can't say that like it's not normal, right?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
I get
100%. Let's
that.
be open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We need answers. So like what's the worst that could happen is it gives us wrong information, but
Yeah, that could be the worst. But I mean, like, hey, better wrong information than no information. I mean, like, when you know what not to do, you can move
Right.
forward.
Like I knew that the water wasn't from a washing machine.
Oh my God, and you were so smart for that.
Thank you.
yeah, so like the process of elimination is absolutely like a valid way to proceed. Let's
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So, like, what are we asking? Like, how to get rid of the water?
Maybe we could, do we all want to ask it something else? Because like I want to know if anyone else has heard of this monster that you guys saw.
Oh my God, that is such a good question.
Right, the monster.
I keep forgetting about that monster.
It's like honestly, the parrots can deal with the water. You know what I mean? Like that's their problem.
Yeah, true.
Right.
But like, what about your show?
The well-being of the room is more important than my one thing. It's fine. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm
It can
with
come
you.
later.
Okay, yeah. So let's ask about the monster.
That
Or,
is-
and if it's coming back.
I just want to say that is so selfless of you, Mochi.
I'm trying to learn and grow to not be like so selfish all the time. So, it's a work in process, but we're doing our best. Thank you.
You're so perfect.
No, stop. We can't all be you.
I mean, like, but we can't all be you. And I can't be you and you can't be me. And we're both like perfect in our own
Oh,
way.
Like
so
I can't be
beautiful.
either of you.
But like, you're also perfect.
You're all so beautiful.
Oh,
But like so are you though.
No, you. And
God,
she just
let's
like
ask.
digitizes an Uno reverse card and leaves it there.
No, you.
Amazing.
Who's asking?
I think that Mochi could probably like type like a
Yeah.
little thing, and send it into. Ooh, you know what? Hang on. Can I use my combat pup to like send the message?
Yes, absolutely. This
Okay.
huge mounding bag of like just looks kind of shifty that says ask me anything. You can spend your wonder. How much wonder are you spending, friend?
It costs 3 wonder.
3 wonder. Perfect. So you spend 3 wonder, and what does your combat pup look like, and like where does it how does it manifest for you?
I think that the combat pup maybe starts as a little 8-bit digitized like janky little dog on screen, and when she decides what she wants it to do, then like one of the actual robo dogs in the room will physically come over and like execute whatever it is that she's asking of it.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So it lands. It kind of lands, but it gets in front of you. Do you have what you want it to do?
Yeah, I just want it to carry this question. Speaking of pups,
Those robo pups are intense.
right? I want it to ask this question. I don't have hands, so I can't write it down. But I know that like this is the mechanism by which the question will get to the bag.
I'm so sorry, my dog is yelling. If it's super loud, let me know. But yes, okay, so the dog, you give the dog the message, right?
Basically, yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's yelling so
I'm
loud.
honestly impressed
Okay,
by
my cat is also
Lexi's
screaming.
immersion.
Yeah, your dog is it's the dog. It's
He
the
is
virtual dog.
going. Yeah, it's the virtual dog. He's a very, very loud pup. And the pets are starting to rebel. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let me open the door for mine really quick. Please
No
continue. I
worries.
can hear you.
Good. So he begins to kind of like approach this bag, and you don't exactly like hear the question being asked, but what you do hear is this as this bag starts to fall a little bit to the side. The strings that were like, it was like kind of drawstringy, it kind of like pulls apart, and you see the bag kind of sheds to the ground, and this like amorphous but still like its form is constantly changing lump of like tabletop RPG dice, all different kinds of things. One from every single kind of game. Not enough to make a full set, but enough to make a huge lump that is like changing and shifting and forming. Just begins to float in midair and says, "What do you ask of me?"
Well, I my friends found like they saw this monster.
A monster you speak of?
Yeah. And like, has anybody else seen it? Have you seen it? Is there a monster in here that we don't know about? What's going on?
There is a monster more recently, but before we do this, I need to consult my colleagues in order to get you an answer of what this monster may be. And you see that this dice kind of like has a few pieces, like few dice specifically just like D4s that float off of it, and are D4s of different sets, and they all have different whispering voices that kind of glitch in midair and twitch. Okay, friends, ask us your question and we can answer.
I mean, how do we want to word this?
Like, yeah, like how do we make sure it doesn't come back?
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, like how do we
like how do we make sure that no more monsters come through the floor?
Wait, is that what you're asking? I'm so sorry. It sounded so definitive that I was like, yeah, that's the question.
Yeah,
that's it. Perfect. So you ask that question, and the different D4s begin to just like start whispering to you. And all you hear is, "You are dealing with an Oseo mantis." And it's just kind of spewing information. But it says, "Found in the crests of whirlpools, you will find these insects that like to haunt and pull people to the center of the whirlpool." And it just seems to be like information coming from a mound of like wise, all-knowing dice. You're not really sure where the information's coming from, but it's spewing to you from these different dice that are like circling around and like making a big spectacle out of, you know, being clumped together and giving all-knowing and knowledge. But you start hearing these things. It describes the Oseo mantis as just like a water-dwelling praying mantis about human-sized that is creepy in chitinous and causes whirlpools in order to pull things into it, in order to like drown things, in order to be able to eat. And you kind of don't want that for your kid. Some other information that it gives you is that the only way to stop it is, well, actually, it doesn't really have a lot of information on how to stop it, but it does say that like fighting it might help. It doesn't have any information on how to stop the whirlpools specifically, other than go in and fight it and kick its ass. But this huge glob of dice just kind of says, would you like to take on the quest of killing this Oseomantis?
I guess.
I mean, like, we have to, right? Like,
Can't let Lainey be attacked by this or drowned. Drowned act.
But Motchi, are you going to choose this over performing at your concert tonight?
of course. Why would you even ask me that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
I know all.
You're worse than
Apparently
Siri.
Right?
Do you want to help Lainey or not?
Oh, now you're getting
Obviously.
yes.
She like beeps a couple times.
This is the voice of like a DM that's like, you all are basically representing the players, and these dice are like a DM asking you to go on a quest, and you're roasting the shit out of the
It's
DM.
like,
Amazing. It just like it's like you're not gonna make me nervous. Listen, I can help you. I can help you get bigger if that's what you would like. I can give you this one wish.
Well, I mean, I know Lemon Drop's really been working on her fitness.
I mean, like, I think it's really been coming along. Rockette was really impressed with me the other day.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Inspiration. It's not inspiration, it's wonder. It's wonder.
I got you, fam.
Yeah. Are you going to use your fitness to kick this Oseomantis's butt?
I mean, obviously, like, what else, you know?
And I will do what Siri could never do. I will give you a wish. And this thing, you the dice form expands and glows, and then it like kind of contracts a little bit, and then it's like, give me 1 second. Let me just I thought I could do this on my give me 5
No,
minutes.
it's okay. It's okay. It's kind of a big deal. It's fine.
Technical
Take it. You're good.
Yeah, technical difficulties. And you see it turn around and pull out a book with a beholder on it. No, it's not a beholder. Whatever the player's handbook has on it. Pulls out the player's handbook for the dresser. I have it right behind my little thing, but I can't see it. And lays it out, and it's like, the wish spell is like, okay, cool. And I need, okay, cool. Maybe if I just believe in myself, this will work. Okay. And just like, your wish is my command. And magic just like surges from it. And all three of you just like feel magic and power bouncing inside of your bodies as you begin to grow in size. And your waterproof casing begins to grow around you, Motchi, as a life-size Tamagotchi comes like is a thing now. You all stand over the entirety of Lainey's room in a size more magnanimous than you've ever beheld before. Just as you see at your feet the whirlpool beginning to open up again. What would you like to do?
It's a kaiju fight.
Yeah, it is.
Rockette is so much hotter now.
I just think it's hilarious because Rockette's not just like a boulder.
Yes, you hear old Rhodey like, oh, wow, you're, whoa, all the way on the other side.
I think that like the magic has made Rockette into like an elemental, basically.
Yes, like
but with roller skates and a big cool hammer. She's like completely humanoid now.
Just love that so much. It's very much, it turned you into what D&D knows you as, which is a rock element, like an earth elemental. So yes, you're an earth elemental with a big old hammer. This whirlpool is surging, and as the water begins to flow around the room, you all see this portal opening up, and you see the opportunity to jump into it and possibly get the jump on this creature before it gets to jump on you, and you being having to do this fight in a small room. You see the possibility to jump through this portal. What would you like to do?
Jump in the portal.
I'm jumping in the portal.
I
What
think
order?
Motchi like draws her little 8-bit sword,
Yes.
and she was gonna say something inspiring like, let's go protect it, but before she could even like get 2 words out, like Rockette and Lemon Drop have already gone in, so she's like, all right. She'll jump in after them.
Amazing. You jumped. Who jumps in first? Rockette. Rockette jumps.
I would have thought it was Lemon Drop, but I also am willing to sexually jump into the pool first.
Oh my god, you dive into the water. It's like a 90s photo shoot. You just dive into the water. Lemon Drop, are you after Rockette?
Yeah.
After Rockette. Motchi, you dive in after the 2 of them, and out of the corner of your eye, you start to see Giselda beginning to perform her set, but the water begins flooding the ground. And she's like, what's going on? Oh my god, there's so much water! And you dive through the portal. And you end out, you fall through the portal for some time, and then you begin swimming, and you swim, and when you finally make it to the surface of the water, you start to see a little tiny island with a black nest on the edges of the sand, where you see little tiny, we'll just say eggs, whatever. I'm not going to be specific about it because that's kind of gross, but trudging towards you all in kind of more shallow water is this grasshopper, praying mantis, dark deep blue, blue as night kind of ultramarine bug. And to describe this scene a little bit more, it's not like day. It is nighttime. The water is roaring and waves are crashing, but you all are standing, like able to stand up at a certain point, and it is the 3 of you against this one Oseo mantis. What would you guys like to do first?
I would like to change color.
Yes.
To match like the water, like the waves in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like have positioned myself in front of Rockette and Motchi so that like you can't see them either.
Yeah. Amazing. It's
like if you're looking from the front, if you're looking from behind, you can definitely see them.
Oh yeah.
Like,
this thing is a bug, meaning it's a prey, so its eyes don't move forward. Its eyes aren't forward, it's on each side. So you see it like look both ways to try to see you, and it's like very confused. Yeah, all 3 of you have actions before its. So this is where the kind of combat part of this game shines through, where you all can use your moves and your weapons to do specific things. There's no boundaries on like how far you get to move or whatever. We're just gonna talk through the story of how you beat this thing up.
Yeah. I've been looking at my moves, so I'm gonna use the right to bear arms of 2 Wonder.
Yes.
But it's the rock to bear arms. With a cutoff, all of a sudden, I just kind of run forward, knowing that I'm hidden, and just like swing the hammer and bow right into the bug's face.
Absolutely. So what I'm gonna have you do is roll a D. Do you have a D4?
Yes.
If you can roll a D4, that will tell us. As long as whatever you roll, we're gonna add 1 to it.
2 plus 1.
2. So 3 hits in. Go ahead and roll. I believe that'll just be. I think that's just gonna be your hit plus your smarts.
Hit plus
3
sports. Oh wow. Hit 3 plus smarts 2, so 5. whatever times 3, 15.
Nice. Okay, 15 total. So you all watch as your friend, who was once just a painted on rock, now has this beautiful humanoid rock elemental form. The like what I just like imagine her fists just like and pebbles fall and you just and just blast the crap out of this little bug. Not so little really, but let's do that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, yeah, you just take the like just blow this thing. It just like blows backwards onto its back and then gets up and starts clicking and its body begins to like just make terrible bug insect noises. Bug noise. Insert it's like captions. Insert bug noises. Indistinguishable bug noise. Is there anything else you would like to do? Perfect. Lemon Drop and Motchi, you've got your actions, whatever you would like to do. Moves.
I am doing a zoom, a heckin' zoom at the bug thing, and like pull out my silly string and like spray it in the face.
Amazing.
So that like it has no vision.
Yeah, go ahead and make your ranged attack. I believe that we said that is going to be. Let's see what that was. Yep, your smarts plus your to hit.
5.
5. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d4 again as well.
4.
Normally on ranged weapons, whether it's like a missile launcher or something like that, you would get like a missile count. So that's pretty much what that is. So 4 times 5 is 20. So you just get a whole can and unload the silly string on this thing to the point where it's like covered in it. It's like clawing it off itself, and as it's like ripping it off of itself, it sees you, Motchi, and whatever you're about to do next to it.
It sees the tip of my sword.
Hey.
I'm just gonna roll to stab. I roll 2 stab.
Yes, roll to stab.
I roll
Please.
stab, which I believe for me is a d6 plus hit, so that's gonna be a 7 total.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So as you all kind of just like leave a barrage, like you just launch a barrage of attacks on this thing, it just one after another gets taken down. It is crashed into the water. The silly string has fallen off of it, and it just looks up and goes, and its praying mantis arms reach together and then do like a pull apart, and the water that you all are standing in begins to churn and move and create its own little whirlpool. What I'm going to have everyone do, go ahead, you can roll me. Sneaks is kind of like the overall dexterity, but also athletics and that kind of thing. Roll me a sneaks check, which is just roll a d12, and it's going to be the same as using a basic move. So 6 and below is failure, 7 and 9 is mixed success, and then 10 and up is success.
What do we add this? Oh, it's right there. LOL, ignore me.
Crit!
Crit!
Yeah.
12.
Also crit.
12. Let's go!
11. Amazing.
Not crit.
So we came here ready for water. Now what?
Amazing. So you all kind of ground yourselves and hook your feet into the ground underneath you. The sand rushes over, but the whirlpool still whips around. I'm still going to roll something. That's always a fun sentence. You all take, so toys normally have, and we would normally roll for like hit points. I'm going to say you all take equally about like 1 point of damage, which is just essentially like a bit is gone, Motchi. And then Lemon Drop, one of your wings is like a little bit like just messed
soggy.
Up by the wind. Yeah, it's like soggy. Rockette, a piece of your rock body falls apart. But it's very, very small. It's a very small pebble. It is back around to your turn.
Oh, me?
Yeah, everyone, whatever you all would like to do. This thing is not looking very good.
Can I can I throw the silly string can at it?
Yes, absolutely. Roll. Let's see. I think this is still a ranged weapon for some reason. So I think that'll be your smarts plus your hit.
5.
5. Perfect. Yeah, the can just like ping and bounces off of it and it just turns and looks at you with the one eye and goes, Motchi, Rockette, or Lemon Drop if you have anything else you want to do. You have any moves you want to use?
Not right now.
Gotcha.
I guess I'll do right to bear arms again.
Amazing.
Using 2 wonder. Gonna
Yes.
Eat that wonder up. D4. Another 2. So 3.
Okay.
And then you said it's gonna be hits plus smart. I forgot already. Oh, 2. 15 again.
Amazing. Of course. 15.
But this
Oh
time
my
I want to
gosh.
throw my big hammer. I'm crazy.
Okay. So you use your boom 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 your move. Are you using your hammer as an action too?
Yeah, just bow, 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 and then sling it at the thing because I think it's cool that we throwing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
I already forgot. What's that? 2d6 plus what? Or math?
Yeah, 2d6 plus. It'll be 1d6 plus
1d6.
your hit.
Hello, sweet baby pup. Hello.
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 He's here. Koopy, come here.
That's gonna
Oh.
be a 4.
Perfect. I will say this thing is like really knocked down. That was pretty good
Nice.
damage.
Do it, Motchi.
So Motchi has this move that I've been keeping under wraps because I think it's awesome. It's called Come On Yarby, Let's Go Party.
Yes.
In which I am able to join any party anywhere and I'm prepared to DJ or serve drinks. So I like to think that Motchi blips out of existence into the party of Giselda's that has absolutely gone south because of the flood. She puts on her playlist, pieces back out into the boss fight, and I would like to stab it in the face.
Absolutely. You used wonder to do that. The music begins bumping. You see the crowd that was there for Giselda's party was just like very minimal. It was a bunch of rich people that just like having music to talk over. But the second that you show up, you're like, boom, it drops a bomb and it feels like the second that you're there, everyone begins to climb out of like the crevices of the room to come just hang out and party. And you disappear and come back, and with a huge slash, you just immediately go into attacking this thing. Go ahead and roll. I will honestly, that was so dope. I will give you can roll. I believe you're using a D6 weapon, a medium weapon. So you can roll 2d6 plus your hit.
Cool. All right. So that is 5 so far. So an extra. So total 9.
Okay. Motchi, how does your final rip into the shell of this insect thing that was going to terrorize your child? How does that look? How do you take this thing out?
I really just want it to look like an anime finishing move where like you have your main character who's like gotten to the brim of what they can handle and she just unleashes a flurry of blows with her sword, and I would like for them to be on beat to the song that she's playing.
We're montaging like between you slashing, you slash, and then you slash with your sword, and with every single one we cut to the people over at the party like dancing, and it just is a mixture of melody and beat and finesse with your weapon. And this thing is standing together. When you're done, you're kind of breathing hard, and you land in the water, you're just letting out the breath. This thing is standing, and then it just crumbles to the ground in separate pieces where you anime slashed it. you save the day, and you almost like if someone pulled the plug on a sink, this thing being dead causes the whirlpool to start to filter out, and you see that you are spat out of the whirlpool, and along the way the magical process of toyification, detoyification, takes effect, and you go from human size to regular toy size, and land in the midst of everyone enjoying your set. The music is bumping around you, lights are blaring and blazing, and it's an amazing sight to see, as you save the day, all three of you. And as you look around, before we end this, as you look around, um you see some notable faces. Orion is at the get together, just bouncing with people and making friends. You see he's found his people with ravers. The ravers are really cool. They like that he's basically an optic, like he can take and make laser things through his glass eye. And you see the floating bunch of dice that are like pulsing to the music, and like, I know everything, but I love this beat. Like, this beat is new to me. And bouncing around. And it is just a sight to see as you all launch into a party. And that's where we're gonna end our session. Yay!
We feel like totally spies.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Oh
please!
my God.
I love that show.
Big totally spies vibe. It's like, yeah, we're just gonna save the world real quick, and then we'll be back.
We'll be back for the party.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just amazing. I really enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed all of your players. What did you all think? How do you all feel?
That was so
I want to
good.
play. I feel so fulfilled and warm and fuzzy.
Oh my gosh, it was such a fun. This game is like really fun for like, I don't know, playing toys is just super. Oh my gosh, my dog is deciding to do everything. Playing toys is just super fun and nostalgic. I don't know, something about it. What made you all choose the toys that you were playing? That's a question.
It is a question because y'all two in the chat like knew instantly.
Yeah.
Because CJ was like, "Can I be a rock?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait. But what if I was a Neopet though?"
Old school and new school.
Oh yeah. Literally a rock. How is a rock old school?
Literally
Never
just
goes
a
out of
rock.
style.
The oldest pet.
my
That's the
gosh.
oldest toy.
I
Before
thought a
toy, we
stick
had
and a
rock.
string.
Human had rock. Before
Human
toy,
had
human had
rock.
rock.
Oh
For
my
me, it was
gosh.
because a Tamagotchi was weirdly like one of the toys that I never had.
Yeah.
I had
It's
like
so-
one, but
I was a big Tamagotchi kid, and that's like one of the things my mom laughs about now is like, oh, you absolutely were like when you were younger, you used to leave me with your Tamagotchi and would cry if you came home and it was dead or something. And so she was like, she was just like so dedicated as much, like just as dedicated to keeping it alive as I was. So Tamagotchi are such like so special of toys to me. Oh my gosh.
I always wished I had like, I don't know why I didn't get into them, but I just didn't. So I was like, I want to be a Tamagotchi because I always felt like I like now that I'm 30-ish, I'm like, I want one.
Yes.
So I want to be one.
You should get one. They're so much fun. They're so much fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, how old is Rockette?
Ooh. Well,
Generational. So
like generations old. If like it's a rock that's been passed down from from the family, at least 3 generations. I'd say Rockette's like, I don't know how old generations are.
Rockette is
100,
sexy.
like 75 maybe. 100.
Yeah. Rockette's
Between
just
100
a
and 75.
sexy is it MILF? Not really. No, we're not
I don't
gonna
know
use that
what
word.
she
I don't know. Does she have babies? I don't.
Rockette's built different. Rockette has lived a very long and fulfilled life. only to come out on top as the coolest community leader that you know.
Oh,
So,
that's so
maybe,
cool.
maybe
Rockette
she's
has
got some
big
kids.
auntie vibes.
Yes.
Big auntie vibes. Big auntie vibes. I love that so much. I really, really appreciate you all playing my game. Let's just go through and tell us who you are and where we can find you, social media wise. And yeah, we can start in the same order that we kind of started the stream off with. Seth, if you would like to go first, you
Sure.
can.
Hi, I'm Seth. I'll go first. My pronouns are she, they. I'm dying at your comment just now. I just saw that, CJ.
Yes.
RILF, I'm done with you. I am so happy that I got to play this game with these people. I hope that we get to play other things together someday at some point. That would be
Yes.
cool. I have a couple of other upcoming things. I'm not going to take up too much time. If you just follow me at KillXJill on Twitter, you can find out what those are. I do have another charity stream coming up next week that I'm very excited about. And yeah, I'll pass it off to the next person. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Do we want to go? Yeah, Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm a freelance illustrator and artist. You can find me on Twitter at JenPeg. You can also find me in a Realm of the Frostbane campaign on the Geekly Ink channel every Thursday. And you should definitely check out this super wonderful game by our lovely DM, Toymaster, our lovely TM.
TM.
Oh my gosh, I appreciate you so much. CJ.
Hello, I'm CJ, mild-mannered nerd in most places. I'm mostly a game designer, so me and Lexi high-fiving. I am a performer also. You can find me on Starlight Tales, playing Benjamin Unkillable Kennedy. It's a space horror campaign, so be warned if you show up for that. I'm the one that's just trying to have a good time, and it's not gonna happen, and that's okay. Other than that, I don't remember what else I do. So if you want to play, if you want games, check them out. Find me on itch.io. And if you want to see me and find out where I'm at, follow me on Twitter at scholastic_drag.
Your podcast.
Literally, thank you.
Like you said, I forget what I do. It's like your literal podcast.
I'm literally a podcaster. And the most thing that I like, literally Lexi's episode, I think is out next week or the week after that. I do a podcast known as Blurred of Mouth, BLERDOFMOUTH. We're black nerds talk black nerd shit. We rate and review characters from across all mediums and genres. If you just like to see black people be cool and thrive, definitely go check that out. And I don't know, rate and review it or something. Please go listen to the podcast. It keeps us being able to do it. That's everything.
Amazing. Yeah, seriously, the podcast is so good. All of these people are amazing humans, and I literally loved playing with you all so much. My name is Lexi. My pronouns are she, her. My Twitter is at Black Girl Mage. If you want to check me out there, I am a dungeon master, game master, recently game designer. Due to this game, I guess was the first thing that made me a game designer, I guess. But yeah, I like doing a lot of different things. I write, I like music, I compose. I have a lot of way too many hobbies, and I really like Magic the Gathering. And if you want to hear me rant and rave about all of those things and ask questions and interact, definitely check me out on Twitter. But I also have a Twitch, which is also under at Black Girl Mage, where I like to D&D prep on Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays / maybe Sundays, it'll be more world building and playing Magic the Gathering. So that'll be really fun. I also have a puppy that is absolutely trying to get out of my arms right now, which is so funny. But overall, I really, really loved this game. I love these players. I'm so excited to I'm seeing the comments about people who are all Pokemon game. I would love to do all Pokemon game, Pokemon, Digimon, Bakugan, do all of the.
I'll be a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's go.
Oops, all Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I'll be a Beyblade. I got you.
I found my Beyblades at home. I went home for the first time in a long time, and I found my Beyblades, and I was like, "This is exactly what I needed."
Amazing.
But yeah, this game is super, super fun. You can play as any toy. You can pick playbooks. You can mix match the playbooks to whatever toy you want to make. And I'm just going to be releasing things soon to like kind of have more characters and talk more about combat. But you can find this game on my itch. So I believe it's literally I would just check my Twitter, my link tree on my Twitter for my itch. But yeah, it's also called No Bump in the Night if you would like to search that up. It is $10 game. But yeah, I really had fun making it, and I hope other people have just as much fun playing it. Yeah,
Can confirm.
For sure.
yay! That's all I want. Oh my gosh, the Beyblade, the Metabots. Oh my gosh.
Metabots, no.
Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about Qubits. If y'all have seen Qubit like on WB Kids.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
That one was weird.
That was a weird show. That would be a good show to make this game out of. But I believe where we're going to next. So to remind where we're going to next is talking about our favorite parts. It's gonna be great. What was your favorite part of the game? Let's start in backwards reverse order with CJ first.
Yeah. My favorite part of the game is just the absolute hilarity that is like just toys existing, like just being like, oh, we talked to Elmo, and Elmo just got saved by the Power Rangers, and and like I just almost went on a date with like the equivalent of like G.I. Joe, and I have an enemy relationship with another G.I. Joe. Like,
oh my gosh,
that one was your ex.
like yeah, literally I was gonna say I'm the community leader of G.I. Joes.
Oh my gosh, I so badly wanted to bring up Captain Creature. Like it was gonna be so funny sooner or later. What about you, Jennifer?
Definitely one of my favorite parts was being launched out of the trebuchet.
Yeah, the trebuchet was a good look. That was really fun. Oh my gosh, I forgot how trebuchets worked.
Mm-hmm.
For a little bit, I was like, it flings around, but the rock, that's when it clicked that you were a rock. That's when it clicked, was when I remembered how they worked, and I was like, wait a second, okay, I see. But yeah. What about you, Seth? Oh, my lights are going nuts.
I almost passed out laughing at us just collectively deciding to ignore Elmo without discussing it beforehand. The way I had to mute myself because I was like, I can't breathe. I'm laughing too hard. That was so much fun. I also enjoyed the idea of talking to someone about like a music set that you're playing and them getting so excited about it that they just like
passed out,
hit the ground.
It's like not even your music, but they're just so excited about you.
It's so cute. That was adorable.
Oh my gosh.
I do love that we collectively decided that we do not see Emily. we do not see him.
Like, you're so annoying. Like calm down.
I did love the
problems.
vibe.
You're responsible for yourself. Like, figure it out.
The vibes that y'all had in this game was so like, it was like Mean Girls, but like better.
I don't know how to describe it. I've never. We cultivated it without talking about it beforehand. It's just
there was a comment in the chat when Giselda came up, and they were like, "The vibes are rancid."
The vibes are rancid. That's what I hope to achieve out of a game. One of the questions that's in the chat is like, Lexi, what other toys did you want to bring into the game but didn't get a chance to? Honestly, I kind of make everything up on the spot. Some of the toys were toys that are in the playbook. Like, so if you buy the book, like you will see that there's a list of NPCs. And some of those toys, like Bill Dollar is in the book. The wooden monkey that like has the symbols is in the book. But pretty much everyone else were things that I came up off the top of my head with. And I just like, I don't have any specific toys, but I just try to see in any moment, how can I make this moment rancid? And that's like the perfect example. Like, I was like, okay, Motchi is super excited about their set. I need to give Motchi a rival, like immediate rival that is like the worst, because I could tell by the first y'all talking at first, the vibe was like, oh, we're all like kind of top shit here. And I was like, oh, get ready. It gets worse.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, I don't know if there was any characters I was specific or toys I was specifically looking to bring in. I just kind of look for, you know, interactions to have and encounters to have that defines more for you all as players, and also like makes things a little funny. And I love that. That's what I love about the donation stuff. Like, it really throws a wrench into everything to know, like, you know, someone just wants this random toy. Well, let me make that happen. You know?
Yeah, I gotta say, I do have a question, and Mare actually put it in chat at the same time, which is like,
Yeah.
I can't believe toys eat money.
Yes. Can I just say that as a game designer, you have little bits and motes and ideas of things that like don't exactly go into the book, but you have a belief about the world that the game lives in, and you're like, this is true. And the one thing that I did not put in the book, but that I firmly have brought to every game so far, is that toys just eat money. Like,
I mean, they do though.
it's true. I don't think there's like no, I think like eating the plastic food is fine, but that's a resource that kind of, you know, it disappears after a little while, whereas coins and dollars kind of
The way
meander.
that dice eat my money.
It's so figurative. and
No lies
literal.
True,
detected.
it's true.
Yeah, water, gummy bears, and spare change.
Exactly. You've got like
Really?
the very bare minimum of a diet in a toy world is like the candy that they let, you know, slip through the cracks, and then something that's constant, which is like, I don't know,
Like-
a lot of kids get allowances, so
That like linty gummy bear in your pocket.
Yep.
Like you didn't know was there.
exactly,
Oh.
exactly. Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah,
gotta say that the mental image of a Kachik, a fairy Kachik plushie eating a teacup of gummy bears is
Yeah.
excellent, because like, I just
Yes.
love the idea of it being served in like a little plastic teacup, because that, what other vessels are there
Which I
to
actually
serve
think
them?
is
So
really
like
funny.
you have a teacup of gummy bears and a teacup of water and a teacup of
is-
tea.
I'm imagining a plushie Kachik has like a 2D mouth. So like they try to eat, but it kind of just hits their face.
God, I
But
love
they
that.
like make the chewing motion anyway.
Like they're doing the pretending to eat, like
Yeah.
Whatever.
I love it.
I feel
Yeah.
the most complex character is the anxious
Orion.
telescope is Orion.
Oh
Just
my
for no
gosh.
reason at all.
Yeah, Orion, like, I love putting characters like that in my games where I'm like, I don't know, pretty nervous. It's like people are like, why? And then I get a chance to explain, and it just blossoms into
Just
something.
I love
Oh
the
my gosh.
resolution to that as well. Was like, he just needs to get out with some extroverts. It's okay.
Like, come
Yes,
on,
exactly.
you're so good. It's
Just get out there, dance to
it's
some
a-
K-pop. We're all friends.
You're good. It's like, okay, you
Ironic
can be
that Orion-
nervous.
Ironic that Orion can see everything but struggle to see his own self-value. Exactly.
Oh.
You can
Oh
see
my
everything but
God.
never see inside yourself, and that doesn't help anyone, huh? If you don't look.
If you don't look,
That was some
inward.
podcaster vibes right there.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I want to know where my puppy went.
Rockette became weirdly inspirational. And then I don't know where that line began or ends.
I feel like she always had it in her, right? It's just she saves it for people who she actually likes. You know?
Yeah.
Instead of just like spraying it all the time.
Anyone?
She's
Yeah.
It's like it's
What's red-
finite.
you're perfect. And I just love you so much.
I'm gonna like put it on my wall. Like it's okay to be anxious. It just matters what you do with it. And it's like I
You're
need
like,
that.
damn, I really did something.
It's
with
like,
this.
it's like I really put my foot into this quote.
Damn.
Damn.
Just another of my favorite moments was just the Rockette Debbie Ryan tears.
Look, I see a buff dumb man. It's over. I know what I like.
We all have our weaknesses.
Not a thought in that head, just hammer.
Yeah, if
Oh,
I could get
Lexi,
fan
I
art
think
of
you're
us flying to the
muted.
air, would be great.
Look at him.
There we go. Big hammer and trebuchet. That's all I said. It was so funny when people were like, "It's so sad that his life is the trebuchet." He loves it.
He loves
He's
it.
he's not being forced to do anything.
All he knows is trebuchet and hammerhand.
Exactly.
Oh, I know. All he
So,
chooses
like,
to know.
So in your world,
Exactly.
and like, okay, so the way that you're conceptualizing him, it is literally like he has opportunities to do other stuff, but he's like, but trebuchet.
Constantly. He is constantly being offered other jobs. He's strong enough to do anything around the room, but he's like, nah. He's like the kind of dude that would be like, you know how those guys that like slap their truck and are like, yep, you know, I've been working on it for 15 years. Could I go buy a new truck? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Will I be buying a new truck? No.
No.
Like that's him. He's like, I could go work another job other than a trebuchet, but the trebuchet needs me.
Maybe
You
that's
said he,
why
like-
the go ahead, sorry.
No, you said that it's like those guys just slap their truck, and I was thinking slaps the trebuchet. You can fit so many
Fiddle it.
toys in here.
So many rocks in here.
It's, so there's more rocks than me. Okay, this is why we're not dating.
Gosh, you're a
Rockette is-
heartbreaker. Rockette is a heartbreaker.
toxic.
They're like, what does she
so
want?
toxic.
You didn't want to be on with him anyway.
I didn't want to date you anyway. Like, gotta
Oh
keep your
my
options
gosh.
open.
Yeah,
Not you though. Your options.
not
is
you
me.
though. I
like,
gotta
have
be
you
the only
seen,
thing you think about.
There's that TikTok of this guy who makes songs for his cat, and he's like focused on his cat. It's just looking out the window, and he's like, I need anyone, and then he tries to pet it, and she just puts her little paw and like puts it down. She's like, not you though,
Not you,
not
though.
you.
Not
I
you,
need
though.
anyone.
God,
Okay.
I feel like TikTok is just like, I need so many TikToks of this like group in this party.
There were a lot of
Yesterday.
clippable
There
moments.
was a lot.
This
There
is
was
a
lot.
problem. I'm gonna have to find this VOD and make clips.
Oh my gosh. Just the amount, also the moment where you were trebucheted into the wall as a rock. Like, I love that so much.
Like, do we have neighbors? Are they used to it? Are they
That's
just
the
like,
question?
it's just another rock?
That is the question. I really cannot wait to see how many, like, I think this game is one of those games that a lot of people can have moments like this in their home while playing with their friends over Zoom, wherever. Definitely feel free to pick up the game. And also thank you for those who donated to the Save the Children, the emergency fund. We are so definitely happy that you did that. We are now going to be raiding over to Utopia, who's going to be doing some really fun, amazing things. I have no idea, but I'm going over there right now. So
Yeah, we'll be over there.
we're gonna
Yeah.
we'll see you over there. We'll meet you over there.
We'll see you.
Have a great rest of your day, nighttime existence, whatever it is for you. And yeah, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.